Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you are welcome. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up to help this channel out. Share with your friend, comment, and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another beautiful video. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you how to ventilate 6x6 closure using Hairblend, how to cut and measure the net yourself, and also how to ventilate to achieve natural hairline. And here are the materials needed for the tutorial. You need twist nets, tape, scissors, ventilating pin, and metallic pen. Place your net on the table or on the floor. Measure 7 inches instead of 6. Use your metallic pen to indicate where that stops, and also measure 7.5 for the other side, and use your metallic pen to indicate where that stops too. Then use your metallic pen to trace it out. After that, you use your scissors to cut the part you just measure out. Place your tape back on the net and measure half inch at both sides of the net, and use your metallic pen to indicate where it stops. After that, you use your metallic pen to trace it out. Then you move to the back and measure half inch too. Then use your metallic pen to trace it out also. This is the Hairblend I want to use. The name is Queen and Girl. So I pick one out of it, cut small pieces out. After that, I cut the webs of the hair. Then I use my tape comb to comb the short part out, because we only need the longer part. Then I pick small pieces out of the hair. I make sure that it's not too much. Then I fold it into two. I make sure one end is longer than the other, because I don't want the closure to be too short. I pinch and twist, pinch and twist. Then I use my hand to bring small pieces out so that I can see the number of hair I want to be working with. After that, I place the net on the mannequin head and use T-pin to secure the area I want to be working with. So pass your pin to the net, bring out the hair you want to be working with, wrap your pin to the hair and pass it to the loop. Pass your pin to the net, bring out the amount of hair you want to be working with, wrap your pin to the hair and pass it to the loop. That's how we keep going. So we are not following a straight line, we are following a slanted line, which is the diagonal method. So that's how you keep going. Pass your pin to the net, bring out the hair you want to be working with, wrap your pin to the hair and pass it to the loop. Make sure you are not picking too much hair so that the hair will not look rough and the knots will not be too visible. So when you are done with one line, you leave one line and move to the next. So we are leaving one line, one hole. Before we continue with the tutorial, let me use this opportunity to thank everyone that has been patronizing my small business. Aside wig you see on my page, I'm also selling anything concerning wigging and hair ventilation. I can't upload everything here. If there is anything you want to buy concerning wigging and hair ventilation, you can screenshot and send it to me on my WhatsApp number or this phone number you are seeing on your screen. Thank you. So back to the hair ventilation tutorial. You pass your pin through the net, bring out the hair you want to be working with, wrap your pin to the hair and pass it to the loop. Make sure you are not picking too much hair, and also make sure you are not leaving more than one straight line. Once you know how to pass your pin through the net and bring the hair out, you don't have any problem in ventilation. All you have to caution is to not pick too much hair at once so that the whole ventilation can be very neat. And before we go any further, I forgot to mark where 6 inches stop at the front. So that's what I'm doing here. You place your tape on the line you drew at the back and use your metallic pen to indicate where 6 inches stop. And when you are done with the marking, you trace it out so that you can have a perfect hairline. And to have a perfect middle part, you place your tape on the line you just drew and measure 3 inches. You know 3 inches is half of 6 inches, so and you indicate where that stops. When you are done doing that, you continue your air ventilation. You can actually measure everything before you start your ventilation. You can remember I told you that I forgot to measure where 6 inches stop before I start the ventilation, so that's why I do it at the middle of the tutorial. So you can do everything before you start the whole ventilation. So I have to fast forward this part because I don't want this video to be too long and I have a lot of things to explain. So to have a good base that will cover the back of the hair, you need to measure 2 inches and use metallic pen to indicate where it stops. I'm almost done with the base of the hair ventilation here. I mean the part with no middle part that will cover the back of the hair. So I'm done with the back section and one side of the hair ventilation here. We can see clearly that I did not ventilate closer to the line I drew earlier. I made the line that indicates where the middle part stops. So to have a perfect middle part, we are going to ventilate on a straight line closer to the line we drew earlier. The ventilation is the same thing as the beginning. You pass your pin through the net, bring out the hair you want to be working with, wrap your pin through the hair and pass it to the loop. And that's how you keep going till you reach the front hairline. I have to fast forward the remaining parts because I don't want the video to be too long, like I said earlier. So it's just a straight line. Just make sure you are following a straight line. There is nothing special there. So I'm done with the ventilation of the straight line here. To have a perfect middle part, we are going to leave 2 straight lines at the middle and ventilate another straight line. Then you continue your hair ventilation by passing the pin through the net, bring out the hair you want to be working with, wrap your pin through the hair and pass it through the loop. And don't forget, we are not following a vertical line, we are following a slanted line, which is the diagonal method. It's just the same steps as the beginning. And don't forget to take a break when you are tired. It's not a must you finish the whole ventilation in a day. You can finish it in a day or 2, depending on your strength. So I have to fast forward the remaining parts because the video is getting too long than I expected. Lest I forget, I did not ventilate closer to the hairline I drew earlier because I want to use human hair at the front. So I'm leaving like ½ inch closer to the hairline I drew earlier. So I'm almost done with the whole ventilation here. The next thing to do is to ventilate the hairline using human hair because I want it to be as natural as possible. So moving to the front hairline, I'm going to use 2 strands of hair for the remaining parts because I want it to be as natural as possible. So ventilation is the same. You pass your pin through the net, bring out the 2 strands of hair, wrap your pin through the hair and pass it to the loop. Just take your time when you reach the front side because you want it to be as neat as possible, also to look natural as possible. So there is not much difference between the starting and the finishing of this ventilation. The only difference is the strand of hair you are working with. So I have to fast forward this part because it's the same step as the beginning and I don't want to be repeating the same thing. Guys, don't forget to add me up on IG at Mina.beauty. And if you want to chat with me directly on my WhatsApp number, add me up on this phone number you are seeing on your screen. So I'm done with the whole ventilation here. You can see the middle part is very straight and neat and the hairline is very natural. So the next thing is to use the hot comb to press it down. You can actually use a straightener to straighten the whole hair before the hot comb, but I just think that it's not necessary for this particular hair blend. So that's why I use the hot comb to press the front hairline down so that it can look neater. And here is the final look. If you enjoyed this video, Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up to help this channel out. Drop a comment, share with your friends, and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another video. See you in my next video. Bye.